Hi YouTube family, it's your girl Miss Dun Dun coming at you from, you know, forever. Like, I'm back from exile. I'm trying to be. I'm not going to make a promise like, oh, I'm going to be all on my videos on it. Because, again, I think I said when I did this last year, oh, I know you guys, I'm terrible. I need to get my life together. I mean, I'm getting it together, but maybe not in the way you expect it. Again, I'm in school full-time. I'm a full-time graduate student. Trying to get my life. It is difficult, but I digress. I am getting ready for church right now, so I decided, I found my camera, and I do definitely need to get a new one, so that's something I need to invest in. So all those out there who do YouTube videos, if you have a good camera in mind that you think, because this is something I got maybe 4 years ago from Target, it was like $100. I need to invest in a new camera for my videos, in a whole lighting situation, but I digress. So if you have any excuse me, suggestions on a good camera, I'll let you go, because, you know, I would like to know. I would say excuse the background, but again, like I said, my life is really hectic, so you can ignore it, or, you know, or get mad. But I might invest in like one of those like little neat backgrounds so that you don't have to be subjected to something like a little poster board thing I could put up, so you don't have to see what's behind me, which is my messy bed. So I'm going to do, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I know that I have on these pants that are like half, the legs of each are half black and half blue. Then everything else is black, and I got all my bling. Which this is my present from my komai, which is like a sister kind of relationship. Like a komai is like you share a goddaughter or whatever. So like one of my komais is my best friend, who I'm her daughter's godmother, but then her daughter has another godmother. So anyway, for my birthday, for my 26th birthday, she got me this. So I got my little bling on, whatever. Anyway, this is not what this video is about, and I'm talking fast, and that's okay. Let's move on. So I know, like, lately, my friend Deidre, she's like been doing her eyebrows, and Deidre used to wear makeup a lot, but she's been doing it, and her eyebrows be like beat. So I was like, and I've been seeing people like do their brows, and I've never done it before. So I just tried, and people are asking me now, how do you do your brows? So I'm going to show you quickly what I do to do my brows to start off. And I'm going to try to shut up, because I don't want this video to be forever. So what I have is an auto eye and lip liner that I got. It's called Sunny. It's like $1 that I got from a beauty supply store. And I got it in dark brown, and I found that when people are doing their eyebrows and they look crazy, it's because you might be using black. And even if your hair is black, that's okay. Don't necessarily use black liner. So I say that to say this is dark brown. It is not black. So what I do, and it helps, first of all, let me tell you, when you do your makeup, it helps to have, I'm not going to say like good skin, but skincare is important. I'm bad at going to bed with a full face of makeup, I admit, but I do my best if I can remember not to do that. But before I put on a new face, I always wash, and I use like I switch up the products so that my face doesn't really get used to it. But right now I'm using like a Clean and Clear daily facial wash. I exfoliate with like a St. Ives sensitive skin scrub, also because I'm doing laser hair removal, so I have to make sure I exfoliate. I use witch hazel or some kind of a toner. Right now I'm using witch hazel to tone, and then like a L'Oreal daily moisturizer. So make sure you clean, exfoliate, tone, and moisturize. You don't have to do it twice a day. I say at least every other day, definitely exfoliate and tone. But you need to cleanse and moisturize every day. So start with a good foundation in that sense. So going back to the brows, and I like to get my eyebrows done, but the great thing about doing your brows when you draw them is, even though I think my eyebrows are kind of thick now, when I start doing this, after I start doing this and plumping them up, I'm like, dang, these eyebrows are so thin. But I mean, you could go longer. I went a month before I got them cleaned up because I was doing them. So I gently go over the natural curve of my eye. And it's not a trace. Don't trace the outside of your eye. It's not a trace so much as you're kind of like just brushing it. And in some spots, you're even adding to like what's not there. And I know right here I have a lot less hairs, or the hairs start going in all those different directions. So I want to kind of bring them together. But don't press hard. If you press hard, you will end up with these lines. You want a brow that looks perfect, but you want it to have some kind of a naturalness to it. So, and there's a lot of different ways that people do eyebrows, and there's a lot of different methods. This is just mine, and I'm continuously learning, so things change, but this is what I'm doing currently. Okay, that's the start. So the next step, I should have organized all my brushes before I started, but I didn't. I need to wash them too. Today is the wash. So I have, and I might do a review on this Monday, I have the 252 Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette that I got from Coastal Scents. I got it the end of last year when it was on sale. Like normally it's $30, but I got it on sale for $15. It was half off, so I couldn't resist. So it's 252 colors. It's 3 separate palettes that look like this. Like, yeah, I've dropped them. So if you have this palette, well then you know, but it doesn't matter. So when people buy like eyebrow kits, they come and they think like, oh, I have to get an eyebrow kit. It's nice, but all an eyebrow kit essentially is a gel liner or some kind of a cream liner, like the liner I just used, and an eyeshadow, like a powder. That's what it is. So you could choose to pay separate money to get an eyebrow kit, or you could just use eyeshadow and a liner, or it's okay, either one. I myself have had eyebrow kit, but I know that's what's in them, so you choose. And I use the darkest brown they have, and I use this brush that I got from Coastal Scents. I don't know, it doesn't have a number, I don't know what it's called, just a little pointy. I like it because it's sturdy and it's not really fluffy. And I put it in the brown, and then I fill my eyebrows in. So that's it. It's really... And then depending, sometimes I go a little, like, I go darker and deeper and bolder, take bolder strokes. And when you do that, you end up with thicker eyebrows. But see, that's what it is. And everybody, so they still look black, but it's really, everything's still in with brown. Brows. And so sometimes I want to leave like this, like I just want a full brow, and I put a foundation. But what helps also accentuate and give your brows more shape is concealer. So I really should have got more organized, but I was just planning on doing my makeup, and I thought, this is a good opportunity. I need to clean my brush. So I have a concealer brush, this from e.l.f. concealer brush, and I have the 10 Shades Camouflage palette from Coastal Scents. I need to get a new one. That's okay. You could use any color, honestly, for this, but don't go too light. Like, I wouldn't go too light on my skin. And usually this is really the color that I would love to have, but this is why I need a new one, because that's my color. But I use the one above it. Put a little on the brush, and then follow the shape of your eye. Be careful not to cover your eyes, smear what you got going on. And this is why if you go too low when you're lining your brow, you will spread that all over. And I fill in my whole lid only because I use the concealer as a primer too for my eyeshadow. I don't want to, a lot of times I don't feel like having to use a separate primer. When I do other people's makeup, a lot of times I do still use a separate primer. And what I'll do is, like, I'll do this. I'll line it up into a point, and then I'll fill it, like right here, and then I'll fill the rest in with a primer. But it's just a lot easier. I'm not about complicating things. To just fill it in. See, and it defines. And then I take it and I do the same thing at the top, starting and going in. And the difference is then I take tiny strokes upwards. Because you don't want that line where it looks like that. So you go upwards, and then this is why I do this first, and then I put my concealer, my foundation, because in my foundation it'll blend in and it'll just look like highlights around your eyes, but not like masky. And sometimes if you put too much, it'll look masky. You'll blend it in with your fingers, wipe it away, like, that's what happens. Next step, I also, usually at this point, I'll take a little bit of my concealer and put it under my eye. I like the brightness. I like to make my eye look like it's popping. And it helps like when you have fallout when you do your eyeshadow. And I don't put a whole bunch. I don't want to put, well, you'll see. Next step, I have, I want to try something different. So I'm using my NYX NYX Nude Matte Shadow in color NMS16 Dance with the Tides. And I have my brush. What is the brush I use? I told y'all. I'm a mess this morning. Alright. I need my towel. I'll go wipe this brush off. This is a brush I got. I think I got from the makeup show last year. I don't know. Like fluffy. It reminds me of the Urban Decay brush, but it's not the Urban Decay brush. It's fluffy. And I use it for my crease. I normally don't go this light for my skin tone. If I were lighter, this might work better. I normally don't go this light for the crease, but it makes sense for what the look that I'm trying to do today. And you'll see other tutorials where you'll see what I normally do. I normally go darker in the crease because I'm darker. But it is not the look that I am going for today. No, it's not. I want to keep a lot of my lid as neutral as possible because I'm going to do the color elsewhere. So with that, just to kind of give it a little bit of tone, I'm taking a grayish color from my palette, just a little bit, and I'm going to overlap that brown just because I want to add another dimension of color. I don't know if you can see. Try to make sure you can see everything into it. So normally I put color all over my lid, but not today. So I gotta lift all these things. Little things start falling apart. That's why. So I'm using this, one of the palettes, like mostly the blues and the greens from my Coastal Scents palette, and I'm using a brush, if I ever find it, my contour brush from e.l.f. because it has a concentrated end, and I need that. And I'm using this really rich blue right here, and I am going to focus kind of just like I was using eyeliner, and I'm going to pat it on. And maybe I don't like this brush as much as I thought I would. I don't like it. I'm going to use my eyeshadow C brush. It has gold on it. Let's see. Yes, I like this brush a lot better. Maybe it's this blue I don't like. It looks like it's going to come off really. Oh, I have a much better idea. I know y'all like, she is crazy. I have this. my jumbo eye pencil. It's an electric blue, and it's a cream eyeshadow liner thing. I have to wipe the top off. I think I'm gonna use this instead. Yes, I am. And then I can line okay. Pause. Because this is not coming out the way that I envisioned. We're going to have to take a pause for the cause, guys. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So sometimes things don't go the way you plan, and you have to roll with those punches. I'm going to go back to a more traditional route. I wasn't feeling while I was doing the blue, my experimentation today. Sometimes it works, sometimes I'm not feeling it. So I'm going to go to my NYX 10 color eyeshadow palette, the Runway collection in Jazz Night. That's the name of the collection. And you can tell I like this color. That's the color that I normally use for my crease. And I'm going to go back to that with that same fluffy brush. And darken my crease. And I always start from the corner and then work my way in. So I'm glad I kind of messed up, because it shows, like, people are asking, like, how do you learn? I try stuff and I mess up, and things don't always come out the way that I want them to, and I keep trying, and then I move on with my life, you know. So I'm gonna make that darker. I'm going to go back, I'm going to need another. I can't use the one I used, the blue. I know I have another C eyeshadow brush somewhere. I need to get new brushes. But you know when I might get new brushes? Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. I don't know if I'm going to tell you in this video. Well, while I'm looking for the brush, I might as well tell you, right? I decided that I want to go to the IMAX, the International Makeup Artist Trade Show, and they have them everywhere, and they have one in New York, April 6th. I am going to go to IMAX just for the day. So I found a ticket, Spirit Airlines, which is, I can tell you I was on Spirit one day. Spirit Airlines, it's like $140 round trip, leave at 6 in the morning here from Chicago, get to New York by 9, show up is at 10, I believe, go to IMAX, spend a few hours at IMAX. Then my plan is to go on Canal Street, do a little bit of shopping, go to Pinktown USA jewelry store, grab some stuff, and then come home that night. So I'm really like going on a day trip. I'm going to go to IMAX, you guys. That's my plan this year, IMAX, New York. And it's not bad. I'm going to go back to the Dance the Tides brown with my C eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to apply that heavier on my lid, and now you can see it more because I have that dark contrast in the crease. Yes, I opted for a more conservative eye. At least for right now. That's what I'm thinking. Ooh, I know what I'm going to try. Okay. Got an idea. The cogs in the head are turning. So, I'm going to go and find like a black. And when I do black, a lot of times I want to do it too heavy. So I use my finger. I dip my finger in black. And I'm going to apply it to the corner of my eye. Just to give a heavier appearance to the corner, and you layer. That's a key too. Sometimes you don't want to put it all on once. You layer until you get the darkness that you want.
I hope so. Here's some tips to get you started. Don't do this. Do this instead. Don't do this. Do this.
Yeah, like you just got add.
You can ask your parents to get Game Mode. GameFly offers over 8,000 video game titles with no late fees and free PC downloads.
And I wipe my finger off. And then I will take, I'll use a clean wiping. Clean wiping, that's why I'm glad I put the concealer on the bottom, and this is why I do my eyeshadow before I do my foundation. So I could take that and wipe up, and that way I'll clean off that excess. So you just pull tight, you can wipe that off. Ta-da! Then I'm gonna take one of my mini eyeliner brushes, which they're angled eyeliner brushes. I'm gonna use my black Wet n Wild gel liner. It's my favorite. I need to get a new one, but it's my favorite. And line my eye. This is taking way longer than I thought it would. To the top and the bottom. What else could I tell you guys while I do this? Ooh, I'm going to Puerto Rico. I can't wait to do, I already have outfits, so I can do some like outfits of the day to show you guys. Like, I bought outfits last year in December for this trip. Some of them didn't fit, they didn't look as good. That's why I'm doing my workout plan. I hope to lose 20 more pounds, and I need to at least, actually 25. 24. I need to lose these 24 pounds before May 15th when I go to Puerto Rico. So pray for me, y'all, and I'll be tracking my weight loss journey. I don't know, like I talked about it a little bit, but this time last year I weighed 214 pounds, and today I weigh 184. So I've lost about 30 pounds. Yeah, I've lost about 30 pounds. The most I lost was 35. I was 179 at one point last year, and I gained like 5 pounds back. So I'm working on it. It is hard when you're in school and everything to keep your workout and eating right regimen, because it's easier just to eat whatever. And I always want like, it's easier just to get a McChicken or something. But I use my Fitness Pal, and I'll talk about that in another video, and it really helps, like those tracker apps. You see, we having more, and I wish I had lashes. I don't have time for it anyway, but I kind of wish I did have lashes. And I am still gonna use, so I'm gonna just take a little mascara, and I hardly have any eyelashes, which is why lashes falsies would do me some justice. I wonder if it's possible to do your mascara well, oh shoot, without opening your mouth wide. Probably not. I will take this electric blue, because I still want to incorporate some blue, but I will concentrate it. Actually, I'm lying. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to do my foundation first. So my favorite foundation brushes are the powder brushes from e.l.f. These because I was using liquid foundation, they're so worn. I'm actually going to go today, I promise, and get new ones, because I'm going to throw those away. They have so much caked up foundation that won't go away. But I have another similar stipple brush that I got from, I think this is Crown Brushes, that I got when I was at the makeup show. I use Revlon Color Stay in 410 Cappuccino. It is my color in the cooler months. A lot of times in like the heat of the summer, when I get darker, I go up a shade to Mahogany. Because I was using Mahogany the other day. I think I just picked it up. Sometimes if you don't look at the word on the bottle, I need to get a new one of these clearly too. They all look the same. And I was like, why do I look so dark? Because I had started getting light in the wintertime and hadn't changed my foundation back. So your application method, I'm more of a circular. Some people actually stipple it on like that. This is my favorite, and it is made for oily combination skin, which is what I have, and I love it. I just feel like you don't need a whole bunch. You see what I was talking about? Like, I kind of go back over what I did with my eyes, so it doesn't look too like a stark contrast, like, oh, she shaded. It just looks like a nice little highlight. Go into the hairline. I hate when you have that, like, you don't have to color your hair, but go into your hairline, because who wants that difference, like that mask? And me, even especially after I use it, I'm still oily, so I use a powder on top of it, and I use a buffer brush. And a lot of times I don't even add new powder to the buffer brush because it holds some. And the powder that I use is from, I think it's like Auraline Cosmetics. It's like a generic brand. I got it when I went to a makeup show. And I buff it, and it helps reduce shine. See? My face. I'm gonna go back to the electric blue, and I'm gonna just add it to the corners and a little bit on the bottom. That's the decision that I came up with. How I can add the blue and not, I don't even know if it's gonna come out looking blue.